Hey, welcome everybody to another low-sec riding tutorial with destroyers. I was asked to show both artillery and autocannon fits for the Thrasher. Now the artillery fit is doable, if that's what you prefer, but I will show you that the autocannon fit is much better for low-sec riding. So if you're really adamant on using artillery, you can go ahead and use the fit that I will show you here, but generally I would advise to stick with the autocannon fit. So let's take a look at the artillery fit. You will notice right away that both the CPU and power grid are almost capped out. This makes for a very tight fit and restricts the use of certain equipment. In the high slots I have 7 artillery cannons with an optimal range of about 9 kilometers, as well as an additional rocket launcher with the same range. In the mid slots I have the afterburner, the adaptive invulnerability field and the medium shield extender. In the lows I have the damage control unit and a Meta 3 gyro stabilizer. For the rigs I have the ancillary current router to make the ship cap stable and a rig to increase the damage output of the projectile turrets. With the CPU and the power grid constraints I couldn't fit everything that I wanted to fit for this ship. Particularly I had to go with an afterburner instead of the Microwarpdrive. The Microwarpdrive typically makes it a little bit easier to hunt the belt rats. Besides that, the ship is shield tanked, and currently the combined DPS is 186.6. So let's take this fit for a spin. As I've said before, the artillery fit is quite a capable fit for low-sec riding. There's enough tank and just enough DPS to overpower the battleships. However, the artillery rate of fire is quite low, so it might take some time to overpower your target. Artillery outputs more damage per shot, but it takes a longer time to re-fire. So overall the DPS is lower compared to the autocannons. So in this particular case, dealing with Tech 1 guns, artillery pretty much makes no sense to use at all. So now let's see what happens when we keep the rest of the fit the same and replace artillery with autocannons. Right away we have freed up some CPU and most of the power grid of the ship. And with the autocannons replacing artillery, our DPS moved up from 186.6 to 246.9. That's more than a 60-point jump in damage per second. With this fit as is, we'll be able to take battleships down much faster. The autocannons have a much lower optimal range compared to artillery, but we typically stay within a tight orbit around the target anyways. So the distance advantage of artillery is pretty much of no use when it comes to belt ratting. In order to avoid getting hit by the battleships, it's a good idea to stay within a tight and fast orbit around them. And in these conditions, the autocannon is a superior weapon. With all the available power grid and CPU that comes with using autocannons instead of artillery, I can now fit the Thrasher better way. First things first, I can remove the capacitor rig and fit the burst Aerator, which will increase the rate of fire of my turrets. I can also upgrade the medium shield extender to Tech 2 now, which provides me with more shield capacity. And having more shield capacity, I can now remove the damage control unit and replace it with another gyro stabilizer for even more projectile turret damage. And last but not least, I can finally replace the afterburner with a Microwarpdrive. This fit will work really well for low-sec riding. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment on this video. You can check out my other low-sec riding videos, and please don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this one. Safe flying out there!